Well, 2 games are in the book, and we're going to start all over again. Tied at 241 after 2. Dave Richards trying desperately to solve this lane 30, and he just, well, he was off camera, but he just waved goodbye to that wood. He knew it was going to spin off.
Well, he's on the hit pin that time. He gets a 510. I wouldn't be surprised he cuts this over. You got to be on the other side of it, Dave.
That's the hard way, doing it that way.
And it's a 9. Well, here we go. He just yelled out spare.
Off the head pin this time.
Well, this will be a little testier spare than he's had. 4 horsemen plus the 9. And let's see if the wood settles down.
Well, nestling right there against the 2 isn't bad. As long as he doesn't catch the cap. He doesn't, but the 9 pin is still there. Well, that breaks the streak. Dave had marked 7 consecutive times over on lane 29 before that box. 7 of his 9 marks are on that lane.
Let's see what happens to the head pin. You know, it just flies right into the right-hand corner. Never comes off the wall or anything. Give him some help with the 9 pin.
Solid 9 drop for Gary. Has the 4 pin in his sights for the spare. That is his 8th mark of the day.
And he regains the lead by a pin plus the spall. He's debating whether to use the wood in the center there or try the triangle. I think the centerpiece rolled back. I think it's a little too deep for him, but let's see what happens. He's on the triangle.
To retake the lead by 7. Don't forget, next Saturday at noon, we'll have the conclusion of this match, the final 3 games.
1, 2, 6, and 10 for Dave. No wood. Do this one himself.
$250 to the runner-up in this match, $500 to the state champion, plus a beautiful trophy from the NHCBA, a granite likeness of the state of New Hampshire. And let's see, yes sir, that's strike number 1 for Dave Richards.
That's another situation where the wood in front rolled out far enough so that second piece could get behind it. Watch what happens here. You see the wood rolling out towards us, allows the second piece to roll in behind it with enough momentum to take that pin over for the strike. I believe that's Dave's first strike, isn't it?
Yes, it is. No shock that it came on lane 29 either.
2, 4, 6, and 10 for Gary.
$9 to hold that 7-pin lead, but now opposite the strike. Want to take a moment to thank one of our new sponsors here on the Winds of New England for Candlepin Bowling, Meineke Discount Muffler, all their great locations, helping to bring you the action here in the state finals. And Gary misfires. may cost him the lead in the match, at least temporarily. 10 bucks, and we will sneak away to a break. 7 pins the lead for Gary Carrington, but Dave Richards will be working on that strike when we come back to Londonderry in a minute. Dave Richards working on his first strike of the match and hoping to take the lead. And also hoping to break a long drought without a mark here on lane 30.
I don't know. It's going to be difficult. This 4, 7, and 10. Piece of wood way out in front of the 10 pin. That probably will snap away from the 10 pin. I don't know. I don't know if he can clip the other piece of wood in the end and take this 4 and 7 or not.
That's what he's trying.
Oh, he
oh, what a great shot. Oh, my. What a great shot.
I don't quite know what he said. Something about getting a mark on this lane.
And that's a 9 box. You saw Dave immediately wave it off. It's a 9. Let's take a look at that spare attempt. What a great effort here.
Right in front of that.
And then another one right in front. Oh, and he comes back with a strike. Well, that's not the order in which Dave would have preferred it, but Dave still does not have 2 marks in a row in this match. And Gary might have ended up with a half Worcester, grabs a couple more. Possible chance of a spare here.
Oh, yeah. Great shot.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's at least twice now, Dan, that Gary has thrown a ball that he thought would be worse than it turned out, and both times he's converted them into marks. That's a great shot. And another. Gary hanging on to the lead here. Actually retaking it after Dave had picked up a small lead with that strike fill. He's working on another strike now. Oh, there it is. There's the double. That's 3 out of 4. And Dan, would you believe that breaks an 0 for 10 streak for marks on lane 30 for Dave Richards?
What a time to break it. Follow up with a double strike. Wants that wood to stick around. 3, 6, 10, and the 7 pin. He's got to concentrate on the 3, 6, and 10. It looks like the angle. The wood should take the 7. No. He had to split the 3, 6. By coming up high in the 3 pin, it turned that piece of wood instead of sending it directly against the 7.
.111 through 8 for Dave Richards.
Watch the wood now. It turned and went on the inside of the 7 pin. Gary Carrington working on a pair of spares.
Show us another shot here, although that wood is setting up for a possible sweep across from left to right.
Not much room for error, but I think he can make it if he plays that wood. Gary threw 142 and a 99 in both games. It almost looks like he'd rather be someplace else. You can't tell by looking at Gary whether he's bowling good or bad. You get the same expression.
Wow.
This time full in the head pin, leaves the 5 pin, and then of course the 4, 7 and the 6, 10 in either corner.
Looking to make something snap, and it won't happen. $8. So a 13-pin lead for Dave Richards now.